All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol FCEL, Fuelcell Energy Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So FCEL has actually had a slight drop, fell below the 50-day moving average for quite some time, since the 30th all the way till the 2nd, and then it started to recover. It hit new lows, and we want to look at these numbers closely in just a moment. But before we jump into all the important numbers here and what we're going to look at for the next coming days and what the chart is showing us, I do want to announce to everyone the launch of my website. I just launched it last week, and it's investfortomorrow.com. I will put the link down below in the description. There's an intro video for you guys to check out. I highly encourage you guys look over it. There's some forums to go ahead and see. There's the weekly and monthly stock picks forum. There's also the daily watch list and the gathering of investors, where all investors can rendezvous and share their knowledge and experiences. And we're going to have forums like this one that have nothing to do with stocks. It has to do with other areas of finance and investing. And as I further develop the website, you'll have access to multiple forums. This one is called How to Manage the Intangible, and there's a lot of great information there, how to build your credit score and what builds it. And then we have our member options, and here you are able to see what you have access to with each one. But it is completely optional, but you have to choose one to gain access to the forums and what other things that entail with the website. So I encourage you guys to check it out. I want to say thank you to all of you that have joined already, and I want to say thank you to those of you that have taken the time to take a look at the website and see for yourselves what's going on. If you don't feel comfortable yet and you want to wait till I further develop the website, you're more than welcome to, but there's going to be great information from the start, and I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any of it. But let's go ahead and see here what Fuelcell is showing us. So Fuelcell dipped all the way to these lows here of about 650. That's a very important number. I'd write that down. That's the most important number to keep in mind for the next coming days and weeks. And I mean, that was pretty volatile in the downward movement, because the lows before that was 660 and it went 10 cents below that, but it started to recover from that point forward. So we want to keep that number in mind, like I said, for the next coming days and weeks. Let's look at our new resistance and support levels here based off the last couple hours of the day, and we want to kind of break this down and pay very close attention to these numbers. These numbers matter tremendously for the stock to continue staying in bullish territory, or if this is going in bearish territory. So let's look at it closely here. So our resistance is probably the most important number for the bulls and for the chart to stay where it's at or work its way up and stay in bullish territory. So the 50-day moving average is 784. That's 2 cents below the closing price of 786. I'd write that down. 784, super important number to keep in mind. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. This is going to be a tug of war. So we have a closer resistance level here that you might want to write down, and that's 1815. I mean 1815, excuse me for that. 815. 815 is the point of reference, which is the first resistance level in between the highest point here before this fall. And at 815, you'll have an indication of where this is going and if the bulls are starting to pull up. So that's a very important indicator. But once that's broken through, the most important resistance level is up here at 847. That's the point that the bulls really want to break through and need to break through to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. 815 is like a midway point. It lets us know that it's moving upwards, but it needs to pull further away from that and actually break through 847 to reach newer highs and continue the momentum of this recovery and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. On the other hand, we have our support, and that's 777. If the 50-day moving average is broken through and support is broken through, this will be on its way down to newer lows, newer support levels, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So we want to pay very close attention to how the stock is behaving if it breaks through the 50-day moving average, if it breaks through support, and how quickly is it getting deeper into bearish territory and hitting newer lows. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out. See for yourselves. And my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.